When we grow together in prosperity, everybody wins. Because when our state brings in more money, everybody benefits with better programs.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 5, Semi Byrd suddenly resigns from his position as chair of the Benton County Republican Party. Plus, Stop the Bleed, our Monique Ledesma standing by with a live report from Pasco. Plus, could the Yakima Airport see new flights soon? But to where? We'll tell you. And Stacy is here.
And we started out gloomy. Sunshine is out. It's chilly. I'll tell you all about that cold weather coming our way tonight. Coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us here at Midweek Now. I'm Austin Reed. We start off with a freeze watch in effect from this evening through Thursday morning. This is for the foothills of the Blue Mountains of Oregon, North Central Oregon, and Yakima Valley. Sub-freezing temperatures as low as 29 will be possible, so keep in mind that frost and freeze conditions could kill crops, other sensitive vegetation, and possibly damage unprotected outdoor plumbing. Experts say take the steps now to protect tender plants as well. So let's get right to First Alert's Stacy Lee joining us live from our Weather Center with the very latest on this. Stacy.
And you hit that nail on the head, Austin. The 3 Ps, our plants, our plumbing, and our pets. Be mindful of those. But yes, freeze warnings all through the area. Yakima, Kittitas Valley, Yakima, all the way down to just about Prosser. Although we are going to be at the freezing level, the advisory not here. And then to the south of the Dalles, all the way stretching over to Pendleton, just south of Walla Walla. So very cold, as Austin said. Now, beautiful evening, though. We had a gloomy start to our day, 57 degrees. Winds have picked up this afternoon. We'll see those breezy winds most of the night, but they'll start to decrease overnight. Our gustiest winds right now are in Ellensburg and through the Dalles. The rest of us just a little bit of a light breeze, but that crisp air out there, it feels cold. Temperatures already dropping down into the 40s in Dayton, 50s all around the region. Here's what our overnight lows are going to drop down to tonight. Very, very cold. Look at Yakima, down to possibly 26. So clear and breezy tonight. Freeze warning in places. Get ready for a rainy, wet weekend and even some substantial snow showers headed our way later this weekend. I'll tell you more about that coming up. Austin.
All right, Stacy, thank you. Turning to politics, with the 2024 election just days away, a last-minute shakeup at the Benton County Republican Party. The chairman, Semi Byrd, who ran for governor in this election in Washington, but later dropped out, officially resigned as chair late last night. Byrd is also known as a former director on the Richland School Board before he was recalled by voters. In a statement to Apple Valley News Now today, Byrd said, quote, "My politics are based on my principles, and my principles are based on my faith. My family, faith, and principles take priority over the darkness of partisan politics," end quote. Republican candidate for Congress Jared Sessler, who was endorsed by the Benton County GOP, spoke with us today about the developments.
I haven't talked to him since last night. He didn't call me or talk to me that he was planning on stepping down. But I'll say that, you know, there has been a vacuum of leadership, and this is not, you know, a hit on anybody. I know that there was a small group, you know, a couple months ago to basically oust him because he wasn't available. And so the PCOs will probably just select somebody to fill in during that time, or, you know, the vice chair will just step up and fill into that spot. I don't think that this change will have any effect on the actual vote. You know, the ballots are in the boxes. PCOs know the work they need to do. I know Semi personally, and I know he wouldn't, you know, make a move that would negatively affect the election for Republicans.
Now, we also reached out to Sessler's GOP opponent, Dan Newhouse, but we have not heard back just yet. Well, following up now, last night's city council meeting found Mabton stalling its 2024 budget process after its temporary finance employee failed to show up for the meeting. After a 6-minute public hearing with no budget presentation or budget information provided to citizens, the final budget tabled without setting a new hearing date. The council and citizens also at odds with the mayor over a potential solution for the city's water issues. And the school district's superintendent speaking up about safety concerns with the city only having one officer who's only on duty at night.
During the day, there is no police presence, which puts our students, staff, and community at risk.
But with that one officer exploring other job opportunities, Mabton soon will have no officers at all. Our Emily Goodell will dig into that side of the story coming up tonight at 6 on Apple Valley News Now. Well, the Yakima City Council is discussing possible changes to flights out of the Yakima Airport. To increase revenue, Air Service consultants found that the most income from new flights would be to add twice weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin City. Alaska Airlines has not yet signed on for the twice weekly direct flight to Vegas, but according to the terminal director, the program is in negotiations.
We're having to really work hard, but the people spoke and I listened, and we're gonna keep working at it until we get it.
In talking with people, the Las Vegas is very popular for a couple of reasons. One is, of course, just the fun of the vacation, that whole aspect. But the other is there are many, many trade shows and business opportunities down there. And a lot of people travel to Las Vegas just for that reason, for business.
Right.
The airport is also finishing up its restaurant and considering adding a new kitchen and cafe. We'll keep you posted. Happening right now, a new elementary school is being added to the Heart Safe campus list as they receive the training for how to stop the bleed. And that is where we find Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma, who joins us now with a live report. Monique.
Hi, Austin. Yes, I'm live out here at Barbara McClintock STEM Elementary School, where more than 30 staff members are being trained to learn life-saving skills. Now, right behind me, you can hear some people are already learning CPR, and the nurse is here too, kind of assisting out with the Pasco Fire Department. The Pasco Fire Department is providing all the stuff needed for this training and assisting on the training as well. The school is partnering up with the Pasco Fire Department to learn hands-only CPR until emergency response can get to a person and how to stop bleeding in case of a major cut. The school registered nurse Denise Lang says this partnership is about saving as much lives as possible by having all hands on deck if and when needed.
It's really important because I am the only medical officer on staff here. So when there is an emergency, I can only handle so many things. It's really important that I can delegate to my staff because my goal is to save as many lives as I can, hopefully all of them.
The school was able to train staff members for free with a grant the Pasco Fire Department provided. So I'm joined here with Pasco firefighter Barnes. Can you tell me, how do you stop someone from bleeding fast?
Yeah, so today we're teaching at the school, which most schools here in Pasco have, our Stop the Bleed kits. We like to teach with tourniquet application to place high and tight. So we teach all of our Pasco PD officers as well and general public high up on the arm, no matter where the arm injury is at, or high up in the leg, no matter where the leg injury is at as well. Placing the tourniquet high and then getting as tight as you can to stop the blood flow.
All right, thank you. After today at 5:30, this will be the second elementary school in Pasco to be a heart-safe campus. Reporting in Pasco, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now, sending it to you, Austin.
All right, Monique, thank you. We'll see you at 6 with another live report. Other news tonight, the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in an investigation involving a found missing person. Police say if you or someone you know were hunting or recreating around Biscuit Ridge right around Sunday, October 20th or Monday, October 21st and encountered someone who needed a ride, you are now asked to contact the Sheriff's Office. A volatile year for Boeing after its CEO today reported a more than $6 billion quarterly loss. The announcement amid the ongoing strike of more than 30,000 Boeing machinists. Today, a vote is happening to possibly end the month-long union workers' strike. ABC's Melissa Adon has the latest.
The International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers Union says Boeing's new proposal is worthy of consideration.
The union, representing more than 30,000 striking machinists, say members are considering a new contract that could end their ongoing strike with Boeing. Union members now voting to either ratify or reject the deal. Boeing union workers on the picket lines for 5 weeks.
We know we're the ones that make it happen, building the airplane, and they're still not recognizing the fact that they wouldn't be where they're at or be receiving what they're receiving if it weren't for us down on the floor building the airplane.
It's a 35% increase over 4 years and an increase in Boeing's contribution to a 401k plan. The contract also includes a $7,000 ratification bonus for each worker, as well as a performance bonus, but it does not reinstate the company's defined pension, according to the union.
I have a partial pension, but for the young people that like a pension and like to have something when they're through working, I think that's important.
Hours before voting began, Boeing reporting a $6.1 billion quarterly loss, due primarily to costs associated with the strike. In a letter to investors, the company's new CEO, Kelly Ortberg, saying trust in the company has eroded, and they've had serious lapses in performance across the company, which have disappointed customers. Ortberg promising to turn things around, starting first with changing the culture at the company.
Last month, Boeing announced furloughs and pay cuts for some white-collar employees in response to the strike. And last week, the CEO announced plans to cut 17,000 jobs. That's about 10% of its global workforce. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And in more local news, workforce leaders and stakeholders are meeting to announce a poverty reduction in the Tri-Cities. This is because of the Economic Security for All program. At this meeting, they talked about the role of the local workforce board, the overview of 2 important programs addressing employer workforce needs. They heard success stories from program participants and legislative updates. WorkSource officials say it is not a quick process.
One step at a time. It's a slow, hard battle, right? As we look, each person's case is individual. So sometimes people just need a little bit of help to get the ball rolling. And so programs like EXA give people just a little bit of extra help, a little oomph to get the ball rolling, and then they can be successful on their own if they can just get a chance.
The Benton Franklin Workforce Development Council invited a crew to its facility to highlight its recent successes. The team is celebrating poverty reduction and are touring a local employer to hear success stories of the Economic Security for All program in both employers and job seekers. Apple Valley News Now, live at 5, is just getting started. Still ahead, details about the YTC Festival in Yakima County. Also ahead.
One of the most popular items on the McDonald's menu now being linked to a deadly E. coli outbreak in 10 states. I'm Rena Roy, and I'll have more coming up.
And as we leave you to break, a live picture from Richland. Stacy Lee tracking that freeze watch. Stay with us.
The last few years have been tough on Washington families who are facing record prices, and wages just haven't kept up. But it's been a great few years for Congressman Dan Newhouse. Since he first got elected in 2015, his net worth has climbed from $2 million to almost $19 million. How'd he do that? By trading stocks of corporations that he votes to give billions of taxpayer dollars. It's time to put an end to Congressman Dan Newhouse's stock market hot streak.
I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
In his first term, Perry Dozier has delivered significant results as your senator. Perry has stood firm in support of law enforcement and supporting laws that will make our streets safer. Eastern Washington is a leader in energy production. Perry Dozier is fighting to ensure these resources are protected. And as a farmer, Perry knows how devastating inflation is to working families. He's supporting policies to reduce the cost of production and opposing any new taxes.
I'm Perry Dozier, and I will continue to work hard for you.
Liberal Democrats Maria Beltran, Anna Kennedy, and Chelsea Demas support even no questions asked late-term abortions. They oppose measures that would lower taxes, make gas cheaper, and let you take home more of your paycheck. They would make your streets less safe, raise your gas prices, and encourage your children to disrespect faith, family, and America. Seattle liberals Maria Beltran, Anna Kennedy, and Chelsea Demas do not share your values and are too extreme for Central Washington.
Too many politicians are too busy fighting each other, but I just want to get things done to make people's lives better. I'm Maria Cantwell. I led a bipartisan initiative to bring computer chip manufacturing and other supply chains back to America, generating billions in private sector investment to make the chips that run our cars, our appliances, and even our farm equipment, creating jobs, boosting our competitiveness, and lowering costs. It's beginning to work. That's why I approve this message.
For 17 years, Senator Curtis King has delivered for you. That's why the media calls Curtis King the Republican in Olympia most likely to pass a bill. Senator King helped fund the Sozo Soccer Complex, giving local youth and adult soccer players a world-class recreational facility. Curtis King helped Perry Tech expand, providing thousands of local students with real-world skills, and he delivered funding for dozens of local road projects.
I'm Senator Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Weekdays at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you for staying with us. The Yakima Training Center is hosting its second annual Fall Festival this weekend, one of the few times the military installation is open to the public. The festival includes military displays, an antique car show, a variety of food trucks, and a bazaar and boutique tents for shopping. A DJ playing music in the morning and live music in the afternoon, plus a pumpkin patch and haze maze for the kids. The festival entry cost is $10 per card. The event is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. A deadly E. coli outbreak being linked to McDonald's popular Quarter Pounder burger. ABC's Rena Roy has more on the ingredient that could be behind the outbreak.
At least 10 states have been impacted so far. The CDC saying most of the cases are in Colorado. McDonald's now working with health officials to track this outbreak.
The hottest, juiciest Quarter Pounder yet. It's perfect.
McDonald's Quarter Pounder has been an American staple for decades, and now it's linked to a deadly E. coli outbreak across 10 states. Federal officials say 49 people have gotten sick so far, 10 hospitalized, including a child. McDonald's saying the cause appears to be the slivered onions, which the company says are not used on their other burgers. But the beef is also being investigated as a possible cause. McDonald's saying they're working with the CDC, FDA, and other health officials.
We've taken steps to proactively remove slivered onions, which are used in Quarter Pounders, from restaurants in select states. We also made the decision to temporarily remove the Quarter Pounder from restaurants in select states.
McDonald's says it uses multiple suppliers for the onions in the area where the outbreak happened, and that during the 2 weeks when the cases were reported, they sold about 1 million Quarter Pounders, making tracing the cause difficult. The first case was identified late last month in Colorado. The last known person to get sick ate a Quarter Pounder nearly 2 weeks ago. The CDC urging those who feel ill after eating McDonald's to see a doctor. E. coli symptoms include nausea, fever, stomach cramps, diarrhea, and vomiting.
The symptoms after exposure typically start 3 to 4 days after you've eaten the food that is contaminated, and it can be variable from person to person.
McDonald's says its other beef products, including the cheeseburger and Big Mac, are not affected. Meanwhile, the company says it's now working to replenish supply for the Quarter Pounder in the coming weeks. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Around the world, Tropical Storm Oscar left 6 people dead and heavy rain all around the area. And we are going to have much more on this story coming up at 6 o'clock.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's get to that chilly forecast, but a beautiful afternoon. We were a little overcast most of the day. That's clearing out. Sunshine moving in, as well as the cold air. 57 degrees right now in Yakima. Our winds have increased, a little bit breezy there in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Look for that sunset tonight at 5:55. Here's the weather pattern that's moving in. That cold front ushers in just outside of this ridge of high pressure. That guy is moving in. That's going to keep us dry, but it's allowing the cloud cover to move out and the cold air to move on down from the Alaska area. This is the next system we're watching. That's going to make its way in on Friday, first to the west side and eventually over the Cascade Mountains and then to the eastern portion of our area. Let's take a look at Futurecast beginning tomorrow night, because tomorrow, well, mostly sunny all day. You'll see increasing clouds as we get into Friday morning, on and off, a little bit overcast as you can see. And by Friday night, though, that's when we're going to start to see that band of showers move through the region. So not a lot of moisture with the first portion, a little bit more rain coming our way as we get into Saturday and Sunday. The bigger portion on Sunday with an 80% chance there. Friday, again, not even showing up on our little map, but we're going to see a stray shower come through. Sunday, Tri-Cities looking pretty good as far as showers go. Walla Walla is looking wet both Sunday and Monday, so get ready for some wet conditions coming up. We are dealing with some blustery winds in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. These are the gusts right now. A little bit lighter, but still pretty breezy, and that will continue. And that's also pulling in that cold air. We've got cold alerts through the area. We've got freeze warnings for the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, down below Hermiston, Heppner area, all down in central Oregon, into Pendleton, just south of Walla Walla. Temperatures going down anywhere 28, 29 degrees or even cooler in some areas. Look at this, Sunnyside tonight at 26, 28 Yakima, 27 Ellensburg. That'll be the coldest, but we're still below the freezing level here. Now, don't worry if you haven't blown out your sprinklers. You're probably okay for this first cold front, but it's time to start winterizing and getting all that stuff taken care of. There's those cool temperatures as we're going to stay below our average here for the next couple of days, our daytime highs. A little bump up as we get into the weekend, but expect wet, breezy conditions as well. For tomorrow, look for sunny skies, cool conditions, and calm winds. We'll see 50s mostly through the area. 50s here in the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, 56 for most of us, and the foothills of the Blues also in the low to mid 50s. Here's that 7-day planning forecast. There's those chilly temperatures. Now they're going to impact us not only tonight, but tomorrow night in Yakima. And there comes that active weather moving into the weekend with temperatures just bumping up slightly, but just active and wet and breezy. So better chance of those showers on Sunday for Tri-Cities. Chilly once again tonight and tomorrow night. Ellensburg also very cold, 26. This will be Thursday to Friday on top of tonight's chilly overnight lows, staying at that freezing level Friday into Saturday. Walla Walla also looking wet. We're going to see a lot of rain there beginning Sunday, Monday, possibly lasting all the way through Wednesday. Chilly overnight lows tonight and tomorrow, and then Hermiston 7-day planner, 50s, 60s for the weekend, breezy winds. Look for the rain on Sunday and a chance of it Saturday, and don't count out a stray shower even on Friday. So, yep, active weather and very cold tonight. So, again, get your warm stuff out.
Yep.
The warm jammies, the flannels, they're coming out.
For sure. All right, we'll be right back.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
2 candidates. With our border in crisis, Dan Newhouse votes for common sense border security. Jared Sessler recklessly wanted to defund the Border Patrol. Newhouse serves on a powerful committee that protects our dams and ag economy. Sessler backs taxes and fees to make food more expensive. That hurts our farmers and ranchers. And Sessler backs a 30% sales tax on everything. There's only one choice for Central Washington: Dan Newhouse.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
Mixed Martial Arts is back at Legends Casino Hotel as Clinch FC 9 presents 2 sizzling championship fights. Saturday, November 2nd, Alan Welsh from Spokane battles Seattle's Jose Hernandez for the featherweight title, and Stephen Chang tangles with Michael Sear in the Clinch FC lightweight crown, plus a host of other exciting MMA bouts. Tickets start at just $40 and are available at Ticketmaster.com or the Legends gift shop. Don't miss championship MMA action live at Legends Casino Hotel in Toppenish, Saturday, November 2nd.
Next ET, Denzel Washington, Paul Mescal, only we can take you to the set of Gladiator 2. Plus, from Golden Bachelorette to Golden Matchmaker.
One is working.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing Neurostim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At Neurostim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostemtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
27 years ago, I lived in these apartments, and for 27 years, I've seen streets go without repair. I've seen places like Columbia Fruit Packers lay off workers. Some of my neighbors have driven to Seattle for decent medical care because MAGA extremists like my opponent Deb care more about power and controlling women's bodies than getting results. I am ready to go to the west side because it's time to get results for the east side. I hope to earn your vote.
We are back now with breaking news tonight out of Walla Walla County. Law enforcement officers are investigating a shooting that happened in Prescott this afternoon. The undersheriff says one person is confirmed dead and one person is in custody. They say no danger to the public. The investigation is ongoing. Switching gears, time for tonight's Spotlight at 5. Two Richland School District students have been named 2025 National Merit semifinalists. This achievement places them among the top high school scholars across the United States. Colin Shen and Andre Zhu from Hanford High earned the recognition by being in the top 1% of students nationwide who took the test. Congrats to them. If you have an idea for the Spotlight, send me an email. Address right there. Stacey's next with a final look at your forecast.
Kraken, Jets, pregame at 6:30 Thursday, Apple Valley News Now.
The last few years have been tough on Washington families who are facing record prices, and wages just haven't kept up. But it's been a great few years for Congressman Dan Newhouse. Since he first got elected in 2015, his net worth has climbed from $2 million to almost $19 million. How'd he do that? By trading stocks of corporations that he votes to give billions of taxpayer dollars. It's time to put an end to Congressman Dan Newhouse's stock market hot streak.
I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
Democrat candidate Maria Beltran led a liberal Seattle group that tried to defund police and allowed chaos and violence to take over the streets. Like Beltran, House candidates Anna Kennedy and Chelsea Demas oppose initiatives that would lower gas prices, end the capital income tax, and allow you to opt out of the expensive long-term care tax. Seattle liberals Maria Beltran, Anna Kennedy, and Chelsea Demas do not share your values and are too extreme for Central Washington.
Hi, I'm Deb Mangeras, and as a longtime CPA, I can assure you, Olympia needs to tighten its belt. That's why I'm running for the House of Representatives. I've been a Wapato resident and apple orchardist all my life, and I have been active for decades in my community, helping make this a better place to live. Now I want to represent you in Olympia, to bring common sense and hardworking values to the Capitol.
Join me November 5th in voting for Deb Mangeras.
Unlock beautiful skin with Curve Appeal's limited time special. For a short time only, enjoy any IPL, Resurfex, RF microneedling, or combo treatments. Buy one and get the next area 50% off. Treat yourself to smoother, glowing skin across your face, neck, chest, arms, or tummy. Restrictions apply. Both areas must be used in the same treatment time. Feel fabulous and look flawless. Ready to look as young as you feel? Book your appointment today with Curve Appeal.
18 years, 32 years, 20 years, 35 years.
A job not only supports a family, but it gives you dignity. I'm Maria Beltran. With warehouses closing and hundreds of jobs lost, it's time we elect a fighter. Like so many of us, my family struggles to keep up with the cost of groceries and afford rent. Your family's struggles are my family's struggles. I'll work hard for you in Olympia.
Paid for by friends Maria Beltran.
Weekday mornings on Apple Valley News Now.
I know what we're doing.
We're getting you ready. Oh, you're going to know first.
About the breaking news that affects you.
Plus, first alert weather, helping you plan and keeping you safe.
And what happened overnight in the Northwest.
And across America.
That's how we do mornings.
So you're ready to take on the day.
Good morning, Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest.
And good morning, America.
Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. And good morning, America. The most watched morning news on local TV.
Now that's good.
And your weather photo of the day, look at that. Fall in its full glory. Thank you, Tom, for sending that in. Thomas Reed from SELA.
Oh, that's my brother. No, I'm just kidding.
It is?
No.
You tricked me.
I know.
All right, thanks, Tom. Remember to get your photo on TV, QR code right side of your screen, or go to applevalley.newsnow.com. Click on that weather tab and look for the submit photo here. All right, let's plan your day tomorrow. Cold, the 3 Ps, the pipes, the people, the plants, oh, the pets. I could say 4 Ps.
You could, yeah.
Be careful out there. Again, very cool tonight and chilly out the door tomorrow morning. Temperature's not really getting all that warm, but lots of sunshine, so
all right.
the leaves will look spectacular tomorrow.
Yes, they will.
Just bundle up and wear your coat.
All right. World News coming up next. We're back at 6. Hoping your news is good news.
See you then.